I have 5 ways to keep yourself fashionable and warm using basic sweatshirts and sweaters. Loving the sweatshirt trend, so I made ones with jewelry embellishments, leather, well, faux leather, lace, mixed with print, and even sequins. Another way you can actually bedazzle your shirts is checking out Han's channel. She uses studs and this is her first DIY ever, so send her some love on her channel. I love her to pieces, she's awesome, and let's get started. So you're going to insert cardboard or a poster paper inside of all of your shirts, because you might accidentally glue the back of your shirt or something. All the materials I used in this video are listed in the info box down below, so make sure to expand to know where I purchased everything. My weapon of choice for this tutorial are the hot glue guns, and I'm using fabric glue sticks because it's flexible and machine washable, so it's not stiff like basic glue sticks. So I'm going to draw horizontal lines using fabric chalk. You can also use like a used up skinny bar of soap too. So I'm evenly spacing it out about 3 inches, and I draw 3 lines. So you can make like 10 lines if you want. Just depends. I just kept it simple. And this is very important. Squeeze a thin amount of glue, because if you overdo it, the glue is going to ooze out of your lace and make your shirt look all crappy. You want to make it look like you bought it at the store. So these are the tools I use to cut with. I'm going to use scissors for this one, and I'm going to cut off the trimming and repeat. Isn't it so adorable? It's so simple. Next, we're going to make sequence wording. I'm going to start with drawing a half of a heart. You can make a small, large, whatever size you want. This is going to be like the contrast to your sequence, and you're going to choose a fun fabric print, either an old t-shirt, whatever you have at home, or go shopping at a fabric store. I picked out the floral print. I'm using iron-on adhesive. This will help bond to my sweater. And make sure that the iron-on adhesive is facing the backing of the fabric prints that you're going to be using. I'm done adding the heat, so I'm letting it cool down first and peel off the backing of the sticker. You should have this like thick glossy coating to the back of your fabric. Now you're going to trace the heart template on top and start cutting out your heart. Okay, so I'm done with the heart, and to add the sequence wording, I'm going to start off with the letter L. You can actually write out the whole word out if you decide to use regular fabric glue. The hot glue gun tends to dry quickly, so it's best to work in small sections. Okay, so I have some leftover pom-pom trimming and decided to use it on my shirt too. Basically, I'm trying to say is you can use any type of ribbon or trimming of your heart's desire onto the top. I'm really loving the pom-poms. It gave it such more detail and a personal fun touch. Love it! Alright, so if you're into varsity types of jackets or Leatherman sweaters or even elbow patches, this is the top for you. You're going to mark your elbows with tape first. To make my cat elbow patch, I'm using a circle bowl. You can use any type of like circular type of container that you can find. Now I'm going to fold the paper in half and draw half of a circle with the bowl. This will give me the perfect head shape. And I'm drawing my kitty ears on top. From the fabric store, I picked up some dark brown vinyl fabric and iron on my adhesive, but make sure to not overheat your iron because vinyl can melt. And I'm gonna draw 2 kitty heads. After I did that, I cut it all out and we'll have 2 perfect kitty patches. Peel off the patches and then you're going to glue some more fabric just to make sure that it sticks to your elbows, just because we always bend our elbows often. Okay, so I'm laying a cotton fabric on top before I iron on a medium setting to avoid the vinyl fabric from melting. For the Leatherman style, I just printed out the letter L from Microsoft Word, made it as huge as possible, and using an X-Acto knife, I'm going to cut out my letter, but you can also use a pair of scissors, whatever your choice is. And make sure to flip over your letter onto the backing of your vinyl fabric, just because if you don't, your letter will be pretty much backwards, and that will be a waste of fabric. I placed my L in the center of my shirt with fabric glue, and that's it. It was under 15 minutes. For this next step, it takes about 20 minutes because we have to kind of estimate how much fabric we're going to need. By using tracing paper, I'm using wax paper that you would use to bake your cookies with. And with the wax paper, this will help prevent your fabric from slipping and sliding while you're tracing the outline of your front shirt. Make sure the wax is facing the fabric and use the iron to melt in the wax. This will adhere to the shirt and make your life so much easier than using pins. Now trace your outline with a pen and cut it out. I picked out a retro pattern fabric and decided to use pins to attach it to the fabric. Once I attached it all completely, making sure nothing is moving all in different directions, I'm going to cut it about over an inch around the tracing paper. That extra inch will be what you're going to use to fold into your outline. This will help give you that seamless look without anyone knowing that you just basically glued your fabric print on. So fold it in right where your seam is at for your shirt and use the fabric glue to glue the side. Just like that. It's really easy to do. Yay! I have a printed front panel sweatshirt for under 10 bucks. Usually they can cost up to like 80 or so. Now you're going to grab a statement necklace. This is my last tutorial for this video. It's so long, but hopefully you actually try this out. You're going to need a set of pliers or side clippers to trim off the chain necklace. And once you have that done, you're going to find some super glue that is multi-purpose for fabric too and jewelry. I'm using the E6000 super glue, which is amazing on so many different materials. So I glued the necklace on top, and then you can glue the pearls on the sleeve. So this is a little bit tedious. Make sure to glue on the side, not on the holes of the pearls, because after you glue them, you're going to sew each pearl on the sleeves, just in case that the pearls decide to fall off over time of wear. As I thread the needle, I make a double knot onto the end, and then I thread it through the whole of the pearls and sew each one, which took me like an hour, but it was so worth it. It looks like I spent over $100 on the shirt. And make sure to sew the ends of the necklace and also the middle of the necklace so that it doesn't fall off over time too. And once it's all secured in place, make sure to tie a knot and cut off the extra thread. I hope you guys are inspired, and make sure to send me any of these pics if you decide to do it with hashtag beauty splurge. I love you guys. Enjoy!